What is going on, you guys? I hope you're all having an embraceful day. Today we're going to be doing a lot of carbon fiber work. Well, at least I want to try and get this piece done. I also want to work on these shelves. As you guys can tell right there, they end up giving us these shelves for free, so I'm gonna maybe set it up right here, try and get that figured out, because there's no instructions. There's just all this piece of metal that's right there, so we'll try and figure that out. But for now, I want to get at least working onto this piece, because since the resin does take a while to dry, the good thing is that I do have like a furnace type thing that's where I'm starting to do all my resin baking. Since it is getting pretty cold, it's not really good to work on like resin, carbon fiber stuff when it's like really cold. So good thing I have that furnace. We gotta get rid of this piece that's right here where the e-brake goes, all this like rubbery plastic stuff, and bam, this piece is off. This one's already sanded and whatnot. It's ready to get the carbon fiber overlay on it. All you simply needed to do was just pull this little spring that you guys see that's right there. You just need to take off that spring and you were able to take it off, which is pretty easy. So this piece is ready to get sanded down. I'm actually going to be plugging up this hole. This is where I had my switch for the cup holder. I had these cup holders LEDs, as you guys saw in probably the last video. So I'm gonna plug this up with clay, so that's no longer gonna be there. I don't think I'll have a switch there anymore. I'm not sure, but I'll plug it up for now, just to get a cleaner look. Because I might, on this piece, the shifter piece that I made, I don't know, like I want to do, since it is this way, there is a decent amount of space here, so maybe I'll put like a piece of carbon fiber right here, a rectangle piece, and I'll put like some switches here, depending if it fits onto the car or not. But that is another plan that I kind of want to do, put the switches onto here, or make like a switch panel on the car, somewhere on the car. I don't know, just so it looks freaking badass. When you get in the car, just flip the switches, bah, 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 bah. That'll look pretty sick. So I got it all completely sanded down as much as I would want it to be, and it looks pretty good. It looks like it's ready to get its first layer of carbon fiber onto here. We'll put the resin on there, let it dry, and then put the fabric over it. I was thinking right now while I was sanding the middle, what if instead of putting the switch panel like onto here, because I'm only going to be able to put like maybe 4, looks like I'll be able to only put 4, maybe even 3, like on here. Instead of doing that, I could potentially block this off, cut it through the bottom, all those the cup holder hole, so it'll be like chopped off all around the edge, and then put like, well, I mean, cover it up on the top with ABS plastic, and then we'll carbon fiber overlay that. We can take the ABS plastic off, and this whole piece right here will be one flat sheet of carbon fiber. So I'll be able to put switches all around this panel right here. So I'm thinking I might be wanting to do that. That seems a lot better with putting switches, because I'll have plenty of space onto here. Because I mean, look at this whole entire surface area compared to this one. It's only gonna be right here. Like I said, I'll only be able to put 3, but I'm thinking I might be able to do that. But I have to block this off. The only way to block this off would be to cut it off first, and then put like ABS plastic sheet on the bottom, and then fill it up with clay. The only thing is, the downside is I won't have any cup holders inside the car, because I mean, there's no other place to put cup holders here. There's nowhere to put this, especially since I'm going to be taking off the door panels, be doing some door cards of carbon fiber, and the back seat. Like I said, the future plans are to chop off the carpet that's right here. From here, from the seats all the way back, it's going to be gutted, and the only place I have cup holders is back here, which I am using currently right now, because I mean, I don't have cup holders in the middle, but later on all this is gonna go, so I won't have any cup holders inside the car, which is a downside to plugging up that hole. Maybe I can make like a custom mount cup holder or something like that. Maybe I can put it on the door cards right here. I don't know yet, but I think the best plan to do is to just block off this piece right here and make this my switch panel, especially since it's gonna be like on my arm, like right here, because since the shifter is like right here, this is gonna be like easy accessible if I want to flip the switches and whatnot. And it would also just make it a lot easier to plug up those cup holder holes, because it's gonna be a lot harder to get the carbon fiber fabric into here and the bottom piece. I would have to lay like one layer down there, another layer up here, and then a third layer up here fabric, which is gonna be a little bit difficult to my expertise at least. So it'd be easier just to plug it up. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna head that route for now. If not, I mean, I can always find another piece of this in the salvage yard and I mean use that piece, just if I don't end up liking it. Who needs cup holders anyways? That looks actually pretty good. That looks freaking awesome. So now we'll be able to put a sheet of ABS plastic just on the bottom for now, and then clay on top of it. That way we're able to remove the clay, we're able to remove the ABS plastic, and none of that gets stayed on there, and we'll have a flat sheet of carbon fiber once we lay it on top of the clay. In the time lapse you kind of saw me, I was a little bit hesitant to cut these side pieces off. I was planning on leaving them on, but then I was thinking, what if I were to put a switch somewhere here? This whole thing is gonna mess me up. So I'm like, forget it, I'm just gonna chop it all off. So yeah, we just chopped it all off. Now I just gotta trim off the edges, and like I said, we'll just block it off, and then we'll start laying the carbon fiber fabric over there. That makes it a lot easier than having to do the fabric inside here. So much easier. I'm glad I went this route. So this piece is decently plugged up, but it's kind of difficult to kind of get it smoothed out since it is like curvy. I tried running the ruler like across through there, but it keeps on taking like chunks off, which I could fill in like with resin those chunks that are missing, but maybe I can just remove all this, and when I lay the fabric, spray adhesive here, then stretch it over here. The resin's gonna seep through all the way through, but maybe with the third coat of resin it might have a solid, like all the amount of times that I filled it in with resin, like the third time, like I'm saying, it's probably going to be already solid enough to lay a full layer of coat of resin without it dripping through. So I'm thinking I might give it a try like that first. If it doesn't work, I'll probably go back to this idea, because I mean this idea will work, but I don't know. I think I should just do the other one instead, because as you guys can tell, it's kind of like curvy, which makes it hard. So I got this piece completely trimmed down, as you guys can tell right here. I went straight through the carbon fiber because it kind of like lifted off, so I ended up just sanding it all off. Either I'll probably just paint this piece black, or I'll just try wrapping this small piece with carbon fiber. This piece came out okay. A little bump right there because it started picking up right there, but that's not really big of an issue. You won't even be able to tell since this piece right here, no, actually this piece doesn't cover the seats, but up here fitment is pretty good. I kind of started, as you guys can tell right there, I kind of sanded a little too much of the carbon fiber, so I'll probably just touch that up with like black paint or something like that. Right here, it's kind of lifted up right here. I don't know if it's because I broke the tab, or if like with the pressure, when you actually put it on the car, the pressure goes down and it fills in that gap. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but for now we'll have that small little gap until we install it, and we'll find out. If not, I'll just be installing like a screw back here that will hold it down. But I mean, this piece is pretty much good. Actually right here too, this corner, it picked up a little bit as well, so I'll probably just fill it in with resin, because if I sand all of it down, it's not gonna look even anymore. But for the most part, it's all pretty much trimmed up. Looks good. Looks like it's gonna fit perfectly. Also, the resin ended up like filling in the small little holes that are right here, because as you guys can tell, there's nothing that's sitting behind here. So what I ended up doing, I just put the layer of resin onto here, hoping it would cover those holes. So the next coat of resin that I'm going to put on here, it's actually going to level it out, since there is nothing that's going to seep through the carbon fiber fabric anymore, because the resin already filled up those holes. So I mean, it's ready to go. I know it fits, so now I'm just going to finish it up, put another coat of resin, put as many coats of resin as it needs in order to get it filled up, and I'll see you guys once it's done. While I wait for the other piece to dry, I'm going to start working on the outer center console. As you guys can tell in previous videos that I told you guys, that if you vinyl wrap over painted like aerosol cans, this is what's going to happen. It sucks, so don't do it. So now I gotta fix all this, sand this all down. I was thinking of maybe replacing my sister's with this one, just painting it black. I'm pretty sure she would have noticed, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna, take the time to sand it all down. I'm not gonna do the armrest. I am gonna be doing the bottom section though, this section most likely, and then this one. We're probably gonna have to wrap this one in like 3 pieces. Probably this top piece is gonna have to be 1 piece, and maybe this piece is gonna have to be 1 piece, and the rest of everything is gonna be another piece. So it might be a total of 3 pieces, but for now I'm just gonna get it all sanded down, get it roughened up, and we'll start applying the carbon fiber fabric over it, hopefully by today. To dry the resin a lot quicker. This has been, for this part, it has been like my, I think it's like been like the 4th, 5th coat that I've got on it, and it probably still needs like another 3 to 4 coats. As you guys can tell, it's still a little bit wavy, so I still gotta sand it down and apply some more coat of resins. But so far, it's looking pretty good. Haven't gone through the carbon fiber yet, so that's a good thing. So I'm working on that piece. I'm also just got done doing this piece, putting the fabric on there. I put the resin with the gel, with the black pigment, and then I just put the fabric on there, got it all taped on there, and I'm just waiting for it to completely dry, so it's like, so it sticks into place. Because I think what I've been having trouble with when I try using that adhesive spray, like I don't know, like it tends to not work for me, because I put that adhesive spray, it dries, so it's tacky, it's still stuck, it's stuck on there, and when I apply the resin over it, it tends to like unstick it tends to unstick the adhesive from the spray. So I don't know, I feel like because of the how hot the resin gets, it probably unsticks it. That's what I've been having trouble with. That's why I don't really use adhesive spray anymore. I just use resin with black pigment, and then I use that to get tacky. From that getting tacky, I put the fabric. But anyways, this piece is completely there. Like I said, I'm just waiting for it to dry, and I'm starting to work on this piece. I just put the resin with the black base coat for the pigment, the piece that goes in here. So I'm waiting for that to dry. These three things I'm working on today. We still got a little bit of sunlight, but I'm gonna go to my grandpa's right now because he's by himself over there. So I'm gonna go hang out with him for a bit. Take Kodak over there. Where is Kodak? I don't even know where Kodak's at. Oh, he's right there sleeping. Look at that, he's right there. So a lot of time has passed since the last clip. I did go to my grandpa's and I spent some time with him, and I mean, it got late pretty quick. But I want to do one last thing before I continue this tomorrow. I just want to plug up this hole. Well, not plug it up, but as you guys know, in the video, towards the beginning of the video, I just covered this with the carbon fiber fabric over. I tried to pull it as tight as possible to make this straight as possible, which didn't really happen. I mean, it did happen, but there's still a little bit of play. And since I am gonna be making this my control panel, like my switches and all that, when I drill out the circles or whatever size, however the switch is gonna be, there's only one thin sheet of carbon fiber fabric that's on here, which I'm afraid that it's not gonna be maybe as strong as if I were to put 2 layers or whatnot. So maybe like I drill one circle and I push the button, maybe boom, it goes straight through. Who knows? I don't know if it would happen or not, but what I thought of doing is, since there is like a small little gap all the way around, I decided to cut out this piece of carbon fiber. It's a sheet of carbon fiber that I have laying over there that I was using for my fog lights. So I'm gonna be putting this into this little circle right here, and I'm gonna put epoxy and I'm gonna clamp that down. That way there's a lot more that the buttons can grab onto than just this little sheet of carbon fiber, because you guys can tell, look at this, I mean, it's a little flimsy, as you guys can tell, since there is nothing behind it like backing it up. So I'm just gonna put this onto there. That's what I want to do before I end tonight and I continue tomorrow. So I'm gonna do this last thing and we should be done. So this piece is all completely done. I can already clear coat it if I wanted to, but I'm not going to clear coat it until I finish this whole entire thing. But this piece is done. I'm going to start applying the clear coat onto this piece, and I'm going to get started on doing just this top layer. I'm probably going to be filling in this hole right here with, on the bottom I'll probably put like a piece of cardboard or something like that, and then I'll fill it in with clay on top of here. Same thing maybe right here. That way the resin doesn't like seep all the way in through here, because I don't want to get all this fabric like dirty or whatnot. So I'm gonna try and get this ready, get this prepared. And like I said, this is gonna be wrapped in, like, this whole piece is gonna be wrapped like in 3 pieces. So the top piece right here is gonna be wrapped in one, this front piece is gonna be wrapped in another one, and then this one all the way around is gonna wrap in another one. So I have to make sure that the fabric lines up perfectly. If not, it's gonna look a little bit weird. But for now, let's get into a time lapse and let's get all this done. So I actually forgot to update you guys. It's been about 2 weeks later after I did the Christmas wrapping paper and whatnot. I'm continuing this video, so I might sound a little bit sick because I am sick, but I want to show you guys the updated parts on how they came out finished before I end today's video. So this one, the cup holder delete for the switch panel came out really good. Look at that. I mean, it's just pretty perfect and beautiful. Like I mentioned, we're gonna have the switch panels running here down. I'll probably be running one switch here to power on all the switches, so you click that switch and then we'll have a total of like 1 2 3 switches, 1 2 3 1 2 3, as many I can fit. I know they're not all gonna be functional, but I mean, it's just gonna look cool. It's just a matter of fact of finding the switches. If I want to do like a switch with an indicator on it, or I want to do a flip switch with the indicator on the side, I don't know what I want to do yet, but that piece is completely done. The other piece that is done as well is the center console piece, the top piece. It's just a little bit dirty since it has been sitting, so you guys can tell, but it looks good as well. All I have to do is continue by doing this side, which I'll be doing next coming weekend, because this weekend's already been coming to a close. So this is gonna be, I'm gonna continue onto this piece for probably the next video to finish up this. And I didn't really show it much, but I did end up completing the shelves. As you guys can tell, now it looks a lot more organized. I can keep all the stuff I use right here instead of inside the little shed. Basically everything I need, like on a daily, weekend base, it's just all gonna be right here. So I'm pretty happy how they turned out. I mean, it looks good. My dad has some of his stuff here too, but it does make everything a lot quicker since it's easier access to have it right here. So I think that's where I'm gonna end today's video, guys. I just wanted to update you guys, because if I would have just left it like that from the last clip that was a time lapse, it would have just ended bad. So I just want to update you guys on how everything turned out and how everything is looking. Also, probably, and I don't know if it's gonna be the next video or one of the upcoming videos, we'll continue working on this piece on installing the switch panels, the fuse relays, and everything to get it hooked up. So that'll be another video on its own, because it's a little technical since does come down to wiring and stuff like that. So that will have to be its own separate video on how to do your own switch panel and stuff like that. But other than that, I mean, everything turned out great. I hope you guys had, I know this is a little bit late, but I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, even though this is already way past that. But other than that, that's where I'm going to end today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and embrace yourself.